Alright, y'all, today I am in a first grade classroom, and here is where the foundation starts. Actually, the foundation starts in kindergarten. So if you're a hiring individual for schools, I'm not going to bring race into play, but if we look at disciplinary measures, you might want to hire melanated teachers because there's more structure in their home. Melanated kindergarten teachers because they are going to teach the foundation. So I'm looking at kindergarten, first, second. Those three teachers, regardless of the implementation of the structure, everybody's going to have a different methodology, and we'll work on the methodology. But the structure needs to be instilled in those first 3 formidable years, and you will have a lot less, and this is teachers training, right? Take the structure of the melanated teacher and develop that into a curriculum, and now utilize that curriculum, because that's what y'all do anyway. Y'all steal everything. Here's something that you can steal and actually grow your staff. Take that curriculum and now create individuals. But again, it's an energy, right? This is what my husband's father-in-law said when he was cooking the short ribs. He said, I can give you every single ingredient, but I can't give you the magic. So you can go and measure it exactly how, so you can develop the curriculum and you can give the skill set, but if you do not have classroom management skills, you're not going to be able to implement it. That's why I'm able to go into classrooms as a substitute who usually allows kids to just run them. What we're not gonna do, because I have classroom management, I have authority, I have that energy. But at the basis, get the structure that they're implementing, turn it into a curriculum, train your teachers from that perspective. Because what's happening is, when I sub in melanated teachers' classrooms, I understand, or I experience a completely different experience than when I sub in non-melanated teacher classrooms, because there's just a space of respect and structure. So if you're looking at how can I set my students up for success, make sure you're hiring individuals who not only know respect, but demand respect. And they demand it in a way that's respectable, so that you are teaching children how to how to respectfully demand respect, because they know respect. You understand? So when you're hiring your teachers, they know what respect is. They know how to implement that respect, and they know how to do it respectfully, because all these children are doing is just modeling. And you'll set these students up for success at the ground level, because 99% of the problems you have, like there's this kid in here who is just a disruptor. Somebody please come get this kid up out of my class, disruptor. And I'm usually like, I'm not her. If he was mine, I probably would have more control over him, but he is really leaning into the identity of, I'm gonna be a problem. He is either, there's something cognitively going on with him where he cannot do right, can't get right, or he is choosing and he's leaning into the identity of that. And I know this because when I went to go drop off snacks in my son's kindergarten class, the teacher was like, well, you have 2 different kids in this class, and she listed this kid. And so now I'm like, we done called the assistant principal on this kid. He's been removed, and he's just choosing, he's touching and leaning. I'm just like, son, the behaviors that you're exhibiting are behaviors that are going to get you in trouble in your life. We have to make these connections in these children's heads. My son, Caden, would adjust himself, but he would actually go in his pants and adjust himself. And I was like, there's no way that I can allow my son to go into a kindergarten classroom sticking his hands in his pants. So I have to correct that behavior before he goes out to the public. So not correcting your children's behaviors and having the foresight to understand that allowing your child, allowing a student to just walk up to girls and grab them, you're setting that child up for the people in our society that thinks it's okay just to walk up to girls and grab them. Do you think that a person in society that walks up to a woman and just grabs her does not have a history of just walking up to girls and grabbing them throughout their childhood, and no one corrected it in a way that made sense to them to understand that that behavior is highly inappropriate? So now when we're hiring our fundamental teachers, first, second, and third, now when we're hiring our fundamental teachers, we're hiring teachers that are able to identify these problematic behaviors, because the parents may not. Our parents are not the teachers. They should be, but their teachers failed them. So our parents aren't teachers. So we have to be the parents and the teachers for the parents. Schools should be having classes for parents, parenting classes, but we also have to have people capable of teaching those classes. Hey, how you doing? Hire your sis. I can get your whole staff together. I can get your families together. I can get your students together. Like, let's go. Like, if you truly want to solve the problem in American schools, get a problem solver in your schools. You guys are here for optics. You guys are here to say, this is my mission statement, but you're not here for any type of implementation, because the solution is here. And you guys are like, I have people who are counselors. I have people. I see what's going on. People ain't peopling. So that is what I'm taking away from being in a first grade classroom. First, second, third, kindergarten, first, second, third. We should have it ratified by third grade. Kindergarten, first, second, we should have the behaviors instilled. We should be working through all the things, the bad habits that they've carried from home into the public setting. And we should be tying into, you're setting your future self up for failure by doing the behaviors that you're doing, by talking while other people are talking, by paying attention to what other people are doing. Mind your business, by saying unnecessary things, all these different things. These should all be ratified by the third grade. So make sure that you are hiring very strong in the delivery system. Sit down. Yeah, you got them kids to sit down, but you're also, hey, why are you walking around the classroom? Are you choosing to be a disruption? Oh, you're not. So do you think that your behavior is disruptive? So now you're teaching them to think for themselves instead of just giving them directions. So you have to teach yourself how to think so that you can teach them how to think. All right, y'all, gotta go get these kids.